Here is my dream mock draft for the Houston Texans. This is going to be a fun one. It's going to be controversial. I can feel the comments, but let's get into it. I'm all for it. Don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe, chasing 1,000 subscribers. If you like talking about Texans content, anything Texans related, this is the place, even in the middle of the off season. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. And why wait any longer? You guys saw the thumbnail. You know where this is going. To start the dream draft 1.0, we are going to make a trade with the Seattle Seahawks. Houston will receive Seattle's 18th pick, and Seattle will get Houston's 25th pick, as well as the third round 89th pick from Houston. Now remember, Houston has two third round picks because of the Laramie Tunsil trade, pick 89 and pick 79. We are giving up pick 89, obviously the latter one, in this trade. And why are we doing this? You guys know the drill, you know the deal. It's all because we are going to draft Ted McMillan with pick 18 and move past all these receiver-hungry teams you see, Green Bay, Chargers, Broncos, even Bucks, even Vikings. We're going to move past all those receiver-hungry teams, and we're going to go pick up Ted McMillan, T-Mac, whatever. We're going to pick him up. And I know what you're thinking. I know what everybody's angrily typing in the comments right now. What about the concerns? Well, let's talk about the concerns. What are the concerns? What's really been coming out lately is 2 years ago, Ted McMillan said he doesn't really like playing football and he doesn't watch film. Those are two big concerns. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that those aren't, big concerns. But with the way he plays, I mean, I don't really care. I understand that, you want a guy who loves what he does and who loves, and who excels at what he does. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Ted McMillan is Marvin Harrison Jr., that level of a prospect, or that he's an amazing receiver, but he's good enough to where I don't really care about this. I'm willing to roll the dice that he said this when he was 19 years old. That's a fact. Probably has changed since then, hopefully gotten a little mature. He's only 21 years old. He has a lot of time to mature. I don't think writing off a 19-year-old at the time or a 21-year-old now over something he said in his past is worth it when you look at these numbers. And let's look at these numbers because I'm a numbers guy. 2023, 90 catches, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. 2024, 84 receptions, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. The only person who has this level of production and consistency is Emeka Egbuka, and we all know what Emeka Egbuka's floor is, or ceiling is. His ceiling is. We know that Ted McMillan is potentially the only receiver in this draft who can potentially be a wide receiver 1 in the NFL. He has the best shot at it. He could be a 1B behind Nico Collins. Oh, and the Texans are good at developing bigger receivers. Look at Nico Collins. Guys, I understand the concerns. I understand there's football concerns too, but the production's there. And let's talk about some of his football concerns. That he's not that fast and he's going to have a hard time getting off press coverage. Then motion him. Get him going. He's not, I agree, he doesn't play as physical as his size is on the NFL field. I agree. I don't care. He finds other ways to win. He's an underrated route runner for his size. He gives you a yak ability that most big receivers don't give you. Like, the fact that his stock is dropping this much, one, it's actually good for the Texans, but two, it's a disservice to the player that he is. He is a great player. I am going to capitalize on all this disservice that Ted McMillan is getting because of some bad comments he made. They're bad, I admit it, but look, he'll be fine. He's going to be a great receiver. He is a baller. He is better than your favorite receiver, unless your favorite receiver is Travis Hunter. He's better than your favorite receiver. He will be good. He's young. Also, oh, you draft a guard. We need a guard. It's a deep guard class. We'll get to that. Don't really care about that in the first round. And now let's talk about our guard. Round 2, pick 58, Donovan Jackson. What I like about Donovan Jackson is he's a guard, but he also filled in at left tackle when Josh Simmons got hurt at Ohio State University. Look at the numbers. 825 snaps at left guard. In 2022, he also played a lot of snaps at left guard. In 2024, only 280. Josh Simmons gets injured. Damn, he's got to play left tackle. And what does he do? He plays 530 snaps at left tackle. I like the fact that Donovan Jackson has been around the offensive line a little bit. I think the Texans could really capitalize on him. I think the Texans really make use of him at the guard spot. And he's a viable day 1 starter. So for everyone giving me crap in the comments about how I didn't draft a guard in the first round, number one, the last time the Texans drafted a guard in the first round, it was Kenyon Green. it's the same general manager. I don't know how you guys feel about picking another guard in the first round. Number two, guard's just not a valuable position to draft in the first round. Like the reality is, when we're talking about spectacular players, like good receivers are found in the first round. Yes, you can find some in later rounds like Nico Collins, but your star receivers are found in the first round. That's just when they're found a majority of the time. I can find guards anywhere. I'm just being real. You can find guards anywhere. So I understand the offensive line concerns. Don't get me wrong. But look, Donovan Jackson, he's a solid, could potentially be a day one starter for you at that guard position. He's seen a lot of action on the line at Ohio State. Moving on with the third pick and the final pick of this draft, because again, we traded away our 89th pick. This is Cameron Williams. Now, Cameron Williams is a project bit of a tackle. He only played 125 snaps at right tackle in 2023. In 2024, this was his first full year starting, but he plays 973 snaps to the right of Kelvin Banks Jr., some people's favorite tackle prospect. Look, Cameron Williams, he's a project, right? But he has some great traits, and I kind of want to pull up some of his profile if I can find it. If not, that's fine. I don't think I can find it. But look, he's got great traits. He's got great technique. He's really athletic. The technique is there. You can see the coaching. He needs a little seasoning, obviously. But look, the reality is you're not going to find a day one starting left tackle in the third round. And also, if I may make this point, we have our tackles. We have Cam Robinson as our left tackle. He's going to be the left tackle. We have Blake Fisher or Titus Howard who can play right tackle. So we don't really need Cameron Williams to play in 2025. We need him to learn and develop and be that future, keyword future, left tackle potential. And I think Cameron Williams, he's got the size, he's big, he's got the arm length, he's got all the measurables. You can see flashes of traits every now and then. But does he have the production? Does he have the experience? No, because he's newer. And so I think in the long term, it's a good pick for a future Texans team, similar to Blake Fisher, really. And I don't think it's crazy to think that you could move him to guard in a pinch and maybe jumpstart his starting at the NFL if you play him at guard. I still think that's available too, but I think he could be a future tackle in future years. So that is kind of the mock draft. I wanted to show you guys this just to kind of show you. Obviously, I know I picked Sabayena instead of Donovan Jackson. Donovan Jackson's ranked really high on this mock draft site. But look, the Ted McMillan thing happened. It was possible. So before y'all go in the comments saying it's not possible, it was possible. I traded up, did the exact trade, picked up Cameron Williams, who was an A+ at 79. And then you can cross out Sabayena and really just look at that as Donovan Jackson if he's available. But that is my best case scenario. Trade up for Tet. Go get Donovan Jackson as your guard and get a future tackle in Cameron Williams. What do you guys think about this dream draft scenario? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Is there anything you would change? Any other guys you would put on your board and really single out? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out.